Now I'm up, I was down. Now I'm up, I was down. Down and out, down and out.
What's up, divine beings? I hope everybody's having a great day today, a wonderful existence. I hope everything's going well. And if it's not, you're gonna be straight. You gonna make it out, you feel me? You always got the next day, you always got another chance. But yeah, I was just sitting out here in nature, under the sun. And I was just thinking, I just wanted to talk to y'all about something. I just wanted to let y'all know that you should never tie yourself down to this one personality that you have or to the ego that you've created. You should never tie yourself down to an idea of who you think you are or who other people think you are or who you want to portray yourself as. You should never tie yourself down to anything. You are, since you were born, as soon as you started learning, and with every new piece of information, you change. You are a transformative being. All you do is change and transform and transmutate and become a new version of yourself every day, every minute, every second, every piece of information, every thing you see, experience changes you, and you become different and you change. Like, you will never be the same person ever. The same person I was yesterday, or the person I was yesterday, I'm not the same person today. The person I was a week ago, the person I was 5 years ago, I am so totally different. Like, you become a whole different person over short periods of time. You are not one person. You are multidimensional. You exist on multiple planes. You literally created this personality. You are interchangeable. You can be whoever you want to be. Wherever you, like, if you imagine yourself as a different person and then you start acting like that, you can become that. You create your reality. So that's why I say, don't tie yourself down to one personality. Don't tie yourself down to one idea of who you are, because you aren't that. Whatever you think you are right now, you could be that right now, but you aren't that. You're so much more, and you will be so much more. And it's complicated of how many things go into creating who we are. The people you're around, how you grew up, where you live, the music you listen to, the things you've experienced, what school you went to, your friends, the information you get. All of those things influence, you know what I mean, how you come out or how you become. And you get to choose which things you identify with and which things create the person you become, or you create the person you create, because you created yourself. And you are very powerful. You can do way more than you might think you can. And you can change on a dime. If you want to be a different person, a different personality tomorrow, you could be. If you wanted to talk different, act different, you could be. If you wanted to be rich, you could be. If you wanted to, you know what I mean? If whatever you want to do with this, like, personality, with the way you think, the way you want to be, the way you want to act, you can do that. I just scooted up in the sun a little bit, but yeah, you can do that. You can become any version of yourself that you want to be, and you'll never be the same person ever. Even, like, literally 5 minutes ago, you changed. New information went inside your brain, developed in your mind, you processed it. All those experiences add up, and eventually you just become, you know what I mean, like a super version. Like, when you're old, that's all the things that you've experienced your whole life. That person you are then is going to be so much different, because you would have experienced so much and learned so much and seen a lot of things. And then, eventually you just end up becoming the person you chose to become and you chose to, you know, present yourself as. But saying that, you shouldn't really care about how you, I mean, you could, but you shouldn't really care as much about how you present yourself to how you feel about yourself. If you are prioritizing presenting yourself over loving yourself or being comfortable in your own body, mind, and with your soul, then, you know, you got to get your priorities straight. You should be caring about how you feel about yourself before you even think about how somebody else will perceive you. Because if you're not happy in the way you perceive yourself, then other people aren't gonna perceive you as well. Like, if you care about that, like, which everybody does, you would be lying if you say 100% you don't care what other people think. Because as humans, we do. We are emotional, we are sensitive, and we are empathic. Like, we want to know how others feel, and we want to know how others feel about us. So at least a tiny bit. Like, I could care less about somebody's opinion about me, but I'm still curious. Like, I have that innate curiosity of what others think about me or the things that I do. Not that I care or I'm going to listen to it, but I'm still curious about it. But like I said, you shouldn't care about how others perceive you as much as you perceive yourself. The priority should be, do you love yourself? Are you comfortable with yourself? And then you can be like, okay, how do I look to the world? But honestly, it doesn't matter. As long as you're doing what makes you happy and you're not hurting anybody, then it's whatever. Do what you want to do. Live how you want to live. You are a transforming being. You are the most, like, your body changes so much and your mind changes so much, like, so fast, and you can't feel it and you can't see it like immediate, but it's happening every single nanosecond. It's just happening. Like, you are literally becoming a new person as I'm speaking to you through this, you know, video, through this device. You feel me? You're becoming a new person now. Like, you taking in this video, this information, you are becoming a brand new person than you were right before you watched this video. Every single thing, experience, you're changing every second. You're changing now. You will never be the same ever, and you can be whoever you decide to be. You are the director of your destiny. In this society, we put a lot of emphasis on finding yourself, but when people say find yourself, find out who you are, they're not talking about actually finding out who you are, because what you are is not this. It's not what your name is, or it's not Javon, Javo. That's not me. I am everything. I am the essence of life. I am pure consciousness. That's what we are. That's what you are. That's what I am. I'll go in depth about it in a video about that soon. But what they really mean is, find out what you identify with. Find out the personality that you want to create. That's what people mean by find who you are. Just find what you like. You know, find what you like. Find the personality that you want to create. But they put so much emphasis on it, and they also think, a lot of people also think that's who we are, is our personality or what we're creating. Like Javon, that is not me. That's just my ego, my personality. Whatever your name is, whatever creation that has been influenced by your parents, your upbringing, your environment, and the things that you attach to, that thing is not you. It's just your ego personality that you made. And that's what people say, find yourself. That's what they're talking about. A lot of people. If I say find yourself, that's not what I'm talking about. But I'm not going to say find yourself. I'm going to say find out who you really are. That's what I'm going to say. But yeah, a lot of people put emphasis on that. Find out who you are. But you don't have to do that so much. Just, I mean, yeah, find out who you are. When you're a kid, you don't really, you know, sometimes you just latch on to other things because you're learning, and you latch on to what your family likes, and you latch on to what your friends like, and the people you meet and what you see. But that is not the way to go, because that's how we learn. But after you learn and you become the person that you kind of want to be, like when you're aware, you know, of what you want and how you want to be, then that's when you need to start making decisions like purely on the way you feel about things. You know what I mean? Like, you should be taking in, you know, whatever you want. Don't put too much emphasis on, or, you know, too much stress on finding out your personality or whatever. That's gonna come regardless. You already have that. You make that. So just be who you want to be, and worry about, you know, becoming and doing things that you love. That's what really matters. Not just, you know, impressing people, or because a lot of people's personality is impressing people, trying to look cool, trying to seem a certain way. That's what a lot of people's mask, their personality is, just like a front to be liked or accepted. Don't build you off of acceptance or wanting to look a certain way. Just build you off of who you want to be, because you can be whoever you want. This isn't anything crazy deep, you know. I just wanted to let you guys know, like, you already know, but you change. If somebody says, oh, you switched up, like, people do switch up. Like, okay, if you were acting like you were cool with somebody and then the next day they didn't do anything, but you start talking and jump behind their back, that is switching up. But I mean, like, if you separate from people that are bringing you down, that is not switching up. That is, well, that's upgrading. That's not switching up. You're just upgrading. If people actually bring you down in your life, or people are not allowing you to become a certain kind of way or a certain person that you want to be, and that will make you happy. If people in your life are making you unhappy or holding you back, and you decide to push them to the side, that is not switching up. And you upgrading and becoming a better person is not switching up. A lot of people will say, oh, you switched up, bro. You stopped talking to me. You pushed me away. Well, if you're not contributing to me positively growing, and we happen to not communicate anymore, that is not switching up. Now, if they didn't, you know, some people just lose connection, and that's fine. But a lot of people say you switch up because you upgrade, and that's not true. You, like I said, you change. You could realize one day that you're more mature than everybody that you hang out with, and then you be like, dang, I don't really want to associate myself with this kind of behavior anymore. If you don't, that's not switching up. You just realize that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, you could try to upgrade them as well. Like, if you don't try to upgrade them, and then you know, you just separate yourself, like, I mean, you're not obligated to upgrade other people, but if you really fuck with somebody and you want them to be on the same page as you mentally, and you try to help them upgrade, and then it don't take, and then you're like, well, I tried, and then they're still bringing you down, then, you know, that's the time. But that's not switching up. Like I said, you're a changing being. You change. You grow. Literally, like I said, from the moment the moment your soul enters that body, even in the womb, you are learning, growing, changing. You are experiencing things. And like the first, I think, 7 years, or like, especially, I think, first 4 years of your life, everything that you see is pivotal. Everything that you see is important. Everything that happens influences the rest of your life and the patterns that you adapt and take on. So, but you can rewire yourself out of patterns, out of traumas and things like that, because you're powerful and you control your brain and your emotions and everything that's going on in your reality. But yeah, I don't know if y'all can see this, but you feel me? I got that little, I don't know if it's just from the lighting, but you feel me? The aura, you feel me? But it's just good to talk to y'all, bro. Like, I always feel like I have a lot to talk about, and like, I don't talk to a lot of people about things like this, because, you know, most people is just small talk, or you go to work and you talk to people small talk, or you see people in public and small talk. But, you know, I like to get deep, and the only person I can really get deep with like this is a couple of my friends, you know, my close people, my girlfriend, my mom. That's the only way I can, you know, get deep like this. I mean, I know people that are also spiritual and elevated, and I'm in a Discord with some, and, you know, I have TikTok, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I have friends. But, you know, it's just, I feel like I have a lot of information and a lot of things to say. And I don't necessarily think that everything I say is true or right or correct, or that you should even listen to me. You should take everything I say with a grain of salt. You should take everything I say and just hear it, but don't, you know what I mean? Like, soak it in. Just listen to it, expect it, come up with your own opinions. But yeah, I don't really get to talk like this with people a lot. Like, so I just love to get to talk and like spread this message and hopefully influence other people's lives and help people and you know, make people more comfortable with this life, because a lot of people are not happy, and I just want other people to be happy. And stop taking this life so serious. Like, yes, it's serious, we feel it, we're in this reality, but you've done this multiple times. This is not the first time, and it might not even be the last time, but this is only one of the things you've been. You've been more than a human. You are more than a human. This is just a part of your journey. But yeah, it's good talking to y'all guys. You know what I'm saying? New videos coming soon. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. Peace, love. See y'all on the next one.
Now I'm up, I was down.